Hello and welcome to another tutorial in Flash. This one I call the rocket for obvious reasons. And in this animation we're going to learn how to use a motion guide so that we can take an object and have it sort of fly around in these loop-de-loops fairly easily. So we're going to start by making a new file. And let's save as so you can give it a proper name. Remember our naming protocols: period underscore your last name underscore and then the name of the assignment. In this case, rocket will do. And we're going to start with the sky. So with that layer selected, use the rectangle tool. Make sure the stroke color is off. I've already got a graded fill, and we'll rotate that and fill it in. So we've been through this kind of drawing in previous assignments, so it shouldn't be anything too new. So now I'm going to name the layer sky, and if you like it, you lock it and you save it. And I'll be using the hotkey for that later on. Now I'm going to make this little animation last for 5 seconds, so I go to frame 60 and insert frame. So now my background lasts for 5 seconds. Create a new layer for your rocket, and I'm going to go to a library where I've created a rocket in a different project. And actually I made a movie clip of a rocket, and I'm just going to scroll along the timeline here so that you can see that I've actually made the flame animated. So the rocket is a movie clip with an animated flame, although in this case it's going to be so small you don't really see it, but still it's a nice little touch. So there's the rocket when it drops in. It's pretty big, but I'll shorten it down. Hold the shift key while you do that so it changes height and width proportionally. And let's just start it outside of the stage somewhere. Now I'm going to go to the end of this and insert a keyframe. Right click between the two keyframes and create a classic tween. Now I right click on the layer name and go to Add Classic Motion Guide, and this little motion guide comes up. It's this layer onto which I'm going to draw with a pencil a loop-de-loopy line. So you got to make sure you sort of put your mouse in a good spot where you can move it around on the mouse pad if you happen to be using a mouse pad, so you can get that sort of movement. If you've got a tablet, even better. Now when I clicked on the first frame, you notice the rocket jumped to the start of that line, which is a good sign. I rotate it into the direction of the line, click on the last keyframe, and I'm trying to drag it there. For some reason with the free transform tool it wouldn't drag, but there it is. It kind of snaps onto the line at the end, and then I rotate it again, and now I'm just going to drag the timeline around. Whoa, it worked. This is a very buggy thing to do, and part of the reason why I had Rocket 4 for the title of this is that I've been through it a few times. I swear I've been doing the exact same thing each time, but not having it follow the line. So if that happened to you, just try again. Notice when the rocket moved, it was going kind of sideways. What you need to do is click on the first frame, go to Orient to Path under Properties. Now the rocket follows the direction of the line it orients to path. So there's the motion of my rocket. Now I'm going to lock those layers and save. And now I'm going to add a cloud. And I've been very deliberate about the clouds I put in this animation. One I have behind the rocket, and the other one I have in front of the rocket, just to create a little bit of depth. So I already have a cloud drawn in my library from something earlier, so I just drag that to the stage, and I might scooch it around a little bit, get it to a shape. So I can see from my line that the rocket's going to pass in front of my cloud, make it just a little bit smaller, and just do a very simple motion tween, not too far. You want to give the idea that it's the rocket's up in the sky somewhere. Clouds are moving around, but you don't have to take them all the way off the stage. create my classic tween. So now I can see there's my rocket flying in front of the cloud. And then I'm going to put a cloud up there. So I go to the top layer and insert a new layer above the motion guide, so cloud 2. Make sure you don't make this layer above rocket, otherwise the cloud is going to try to follow the motion guide and not the rocket. You'll have broken the rocket layer as being a slave to the guide. So I'm just kind of finicking around with this cloud. I know it's the same cloud, so I'm just trying to free transform it so it looks a little different from the other one. Skew it a bit. And now I'm going to do the same sort of thing I did with the other cloud, and that is just to have it travel a little bit of distance. So I insert a keyframe, drag it along a little bit, and create my classic tween. So you see the rocket disappear behind that one. Now let's test our movie. There it goes. Whoa, it's flying like mad. I did the same thing earlier. I keep forgetting that this version of Flash defaults to 24 frames per second. So if you want your rocket to take a little more time to fly through the sky, make sure you're at 12 frames per second. There, that looks a little better. So that's how you use a motion guide. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.